This is my 2022 GasGas MC 125 that I bought for $4,500 to tear down and turn into the world's first ever GasGas 150 XC. And today we're back with the next part of the build. With the exhaust system off, we can go ahead and remove the bolts for the subframe here, as well as disconnect the boots where it goes into the carburetor. The subframe is definitely a bit of a pain. Even with removing all these bolts and the ones up top, it's still not ready to come out, because the CDI box and hour meter are holding it in. Luckily, the CDI box is just two 6mm bolts and it gets moved, and after cutting the zip tie, it's out of the way. And the hour meter is just as easy, just peeling it off from the adhesive here. And with the small amount of electronics that are actually on this bike off, we can finally disconnect the subframe and throw it in the pile of parts. And after about 30 minutes of teardown, this bike's already halfway to being a pile of parts only. Moving up to the front of the bike, we're gonna strip the handlebars first. After removing the bar pad, I can go ahead and get an Allen key and loosen up the throttle tube here so I can rotate it out of the way, which gives me access to the 8mm bolts that hold on the front brake lever so I can get it removed. Since this carburetor is getting thrown away, there's not much of a reason to disconnect from the throttle tube, so I just go ahead and pull it from the bottom here, remove the throttle tube and where it's hooked onto the frame, and finally this absolute piece of junk Mikuni is off my dirt bike. I've never been so happy. With the right side of the handlebar stripped, I go ahead and repeat the process for the left side of the handlebars, removing the clutch as well as removing the kill switch on the bars. And I attempt to remove the grips on this thing, but they must have glued this on with the craziest stuff I've ever seen in my life, so I couldn't get them off and gave up because we're not reusing these bars anyway. Removing the bars is extremely easy. You just undo the 4 bolts that are holding the clamps on and they come right off.